Breaking news mga kabayan, Spyder Philippine Air Defense System sasabak na rin sa pagsasanay militar sa AJEX Dagit Pa. Ito ang isa sa mga pangmalakasang missile air defense system ng Pilipinas. Sa kasalukuyan, nagawa ng bansang Israel, mga unmanned aerial vehicle ng Pilipinas at Amerika magsasanib pwersa upang bantayan ang Bajo De Masinloc o Scarborough Shoal. Kung akala ng China na maagaw nito ang Bajo De Masinloc, nagkakamali sila. Nakahanda ang mga Brahmos Missile na depensahan ang mga teritoryong dapat ay sa mga Pilipino. Isang scholar at eksperto sa international law mula sa Vietnam, sinupalpal ang isang Chinese expert sa patuloy na Manila dialogue sa South China Sea, West Philippine Sea 2025. Sinabi nito na hindi pwedeng maging basihan ng China ang historical rights para sakupin ang buong South China Sea at West Philippine Sea. Hindi pwedeng kontrolin ng China ang exclusive economic zone ng ibang mga bansa na wala itong permiso, halimbawa sa kaso ng Pilipinas.
It's basically illegal to claim historic right to fish in the exclusive economic zone of other coastal states in the South China Sea.
Sa isang video na kuhaan ang pag-mobilize ng mga Philippine Spyder Air Defense System, posibleng ang mga nasabing pangmalakasang pangdepensa ng bansa ay sasabak sa pagsasanay militar. Ang AJEX Dagit Pa, ang mga Spyder Air Defense System na ito ay malaki ang maitutulong sa Pilipinas upang depensahan ang ating mga teritoryo. Inaasa na ang ganitong mga sistema ay madadagdagan pa upang makover ang depensa ng buong bansa mula Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Joint Task Force Philippines, ito ay pinagsanib na puwersa ng mga unmanned aerial vehicle ng Amerika at Pilipinas na siyang magbabantay sa Bajo De Masinloc o Scarborough Shoal at sa iba pang mga teritoryo at nasasakupan ng Pilipinas sa West Philippine Sea. Gagamitin ng Amerika ang kanilang MQ-9 Reaper na pwedeng armasan ng mga Hellfire missile at sa panig naman ng Pilipinas, gagamitin ito ang Hermes 900 unmanned aerial vehicle na gawa ng Israel upang mangalap ng impormasyon sa Bajo De Masinloc at sa iba pang parte ng West Philippine Sea. Sa pagtutulungan ng Pilipinas at Amerika, mapapadali na malaman ng magkaalyado ang galaw ng China. Kung akala naman ng China na kaya nilang sakupin ng Bajo De Masinloc ng ganun-ganun na lang, nagkakamali sila. Sa presensya ng mga Brahmos Missile na nakaharap sa Bajo De Masinloc, isa itong indikasyon na sa oras na sakupin ng China ng porsahan ang ating teritoryo sa West Philippine Sea. Ang mga sandatang ito ang siyang haharapin ng mananakop na bansa. Hindi ito binili ng Pilipinas para pang dekorasyon lamang. Ito ay pera ng mga Pilipino para depensahan kung ano ang para sa atin. Amerika, binigyan naman ng garantiya ang mga bansa sa Asia na hindi magtatangka ang China na gumamit ng puwersa upang sakupin ang Taiwan. Sa bibig mismo ni President Trump nang galing, alam ng China ang mga parusang naghihintay sa kanila kapag tinangka nilang umatake sa Taiwan. Balita naman, scholar ng international law na si Nam Ngoc Men Trong mula sa bansang Vietnam, ang paulit-ulit na sinasabi sa harap ng mga media at eksperto sa buong mundo na walang basihan ang historical rights ng China para kontrolin at sakupin ang buong South China Sea, kabilang na ang West Philippine Sea. Ito ay patama sa sobra-sobra at hindi makatwiran at iligal na pangaangkin ng China ng mga nasasakupan at teritoryo ng Pilipinas na lampas na sa 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone ng China. Ito ang kanyang naging pahayag sa patuloy na Manila dialogue sa South China Sea at West Philippine Sea 2025. Chinese expert, pautal-utala at hindi makasagot ng diretso.
For my part, I think I will echo with Justice Gabriel and also other panelists in this panel. I will say that my main argument is no country in the South China Sea can establish historic right in this sea area. And I can prove it in fact and in law. So it's impossible for any country in the South China Sea to claim historic rights in the South China Sea. The first reason is geographical impossible for any country to claim that because the South China Sea is a wide open sea. And from the historical facts presented by Bill Hayton and also other panelists in here, that no country in the history can control this wide open sea alone. In order to exclude the exploration and exploitation of natural resources from other countries, the first thing, geographically impossible to claim historic right. The second reason is legally impossible to claim historic rights in the South China Sea. Now, in order to claim historic rights, it has to be special because historic right demand something very special in order to trump international treaty like the Law of the Sea Convention. Before the Law of the Sea Convention, the South China Sea or the coastal state in the South China Sea can only control the belts of no more than 12 nautical miles around their coastline. So the vast open space of the South China Sea is open sea for anybody to go and fish and conduct all the activity in this sea area. So before the Law of the Sea Convention, it's an open sea. It's the right to fish for everybody in the South China Sea to fish in that area. And with the Law of the Sea Convention, as our panelists here already points out, no country can claim the right to fish or to explore and exploit natural resources in the exclusive economic zone which provided in the Law of the Sea Convention. And after the come into force of the Law of the Sea Convention, it's basically illegal to claim historic right to fish in the exclusive economic zone of other coastal states in the South China Sea. So the last reason that I say impossible to claim historic right in the South China Sea is concerning legitimacy. In order to establish historic right, you need to have the consent, the approval of the specially affected state. And if you look at the reactions of all other countries in the South China Sea, you read their notes verbal at the Commission on the Continental Shelf at the United Nations, you will see that all the countries in the South China Sea verbally and expressly rejected the idea of historic right in the South China Sea. So I agree with my panelists here is that we should stop talking about historic right in the South China Sea because it's impossible legally, geographically, and legitimately to claim this right in the South China Sea. Thank you.
Historical rights, another colleague mentioned historical rights. The arbitration ruling denied China's, historical rights in South China Sea. It says, if we look at the ruling, it says, China, based on historical rights, asked for or claiming for natural resources falling within that line has no legal basis. But I would say, we look at the international practice, the case between Eritrea and Yemen in 1998, and the case between Tunisia and Libya in 1982. Historical rights is an ancient right that stems from the coastal states' long history, practical or physical practice in relevant maritime areas. No matter you made an official declaration or formal notification, the historical rights is there. So China's historical rights in the South China Sea was there, is there, and will be there, no matter China claims or not.
Laban Pinas.